Did absolutely nothing wrong.
Hello. Hi.
Good. About yourself.
Hi, I'm Officer Lasoya with the Almost Park Police.
And your badge number?
I'll get you my badge.
No, I need your badge number. That way I can identify you properly.
Now, but the reason why I pulled you over, sir, is because you have only one license plate in the back. It's two.
This is Louisiana plates, and Louisiana only requires one plate.
Okay, well, Texas, it's two plates.
I don't care what Texas says. Louisiana says one plate. What do I need to give you my driver's license for? What law have I committed?
It's a traffic stop.
It is a traffic stop, yes, but what law did I violate?
Okay, because I'm telling you that you
Okay, but I'm telling you Louisiana only has one plate.
I don't know.
I don't have to ID you. I don't have to ID you. I am not breaking no law. I'm not breaking no law. You're going to understand this right off the bat. I ain't breaking no law. If you can tell what law I've broken, then I'll ID. Louisiana only requires one plate, people. Is that your sergeant that you just called?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right. Congratulations.
Okay. So the reason why I pulled you over, like I said, I didn't know how long you've been in Texas.
It doesn't. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you. What's your name and badge number? Can you get your light out of my eyes?
Turn down the light.
Turn down the light.
No.
Turn down the light.
So you're back here in Texas now, Daniel?
Turn down the
You're
light.
back here in Texas, Daniel?
Am I back here in Texas?
Yeah.
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
Turn down your light.
So here's the thing. Let me talk to you real quick.
Okay.
Turn
down
the light. So here's the thing. No, I'm going to look inside the car.
No, you're going to give me the light. Yeah, you're going to turn down the light. Get the light out of my eyes. Get the light out of my eyes.
You listen to me?
Are you going to listen to me?
No. So here's the thing.
No, there is no here's the deal.
So the officer didn't see the plate. Okay. So
She's right behind me. She's seen that plate.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Don't argue with me.
I can argue. I can speak when I want.
Daniel, don't argue with me, Daniel.
I can argue with you.
The encounter begins with what appears to be a routine traffic stop, but it quickly turns into a legal dispute over state vehicle laws. The officer claims the driver is violating Texas regulations by displaying only a rear license plate. Calmly but firmly, the driver explains that his vehicle is registered in Louisiana, where only one license plate is legally required. Refusing to surrender his identification without a lawful reason, he repeatedly asks the officer to identify the exact law he has violated. As the discussion intensifies, the driver insists he has done nothing illegal, requests the officer's badge number, and challenges the legitimacy of the stop while maintaining that Louisiana law fully applies to his registered vehicle.
Okay, when she saw the front light, that you're missing a front license plate, okay, she didn't know if it was a Texas until she got behind you.
Okay, but once she got behind me, she should have not even pulled me over. She had plenty of time to see that it was a Louisiana plate.
I'm telling you.
I don't have to listen to you. I am doing nothing wrong. Y'all could be dismissed.
I'm trying to explain it to you.
Okay, but she saw the plate.
That's exactly what I'm trying to explain to you.
You can stutter all you want. She saw the plate.
That's exactly what I'm trying to explain.
Then she should have released me. She should have released me.
That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Then why are you...
Then why did you even come? Why didn't she dismiss me?
Because I'm trying to explain it to you.
Okay.
You already explained it. Bye-bye.
Get that light out of my fucking face.
Go ahead, take off.
Thank you. Have a great night. Y'all are dismissed. What's your name and badge number?
Go ahead, get out of here.
What's your name and badge number?
Hurry up.
No, I can sit here all I want. You pulled me over. Quit telling me, quit giving directives. Bye.
How you doing, man?
Good, yourself?
Not too bad.
Just because we're trying to keep you cooperative, you guys can kind of like hang out just behind the car so you guys aren't being seen by him.
I'm behind the car, bro.
Like, as long as you guys stay back here, we're good.
Yeah, well, I'm in public, bro. I'm not gonna step any further. I'll stay right here if that's all right with you.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, if, I don't want you like moving in. That's all I'm asking.
Can you hit the lights?
Yeah. I was just because I'm trying to keep him cool rather than having issues or anything.
Yeah, what's your name, badge real quick?
Quayar, 1535.
1535. Is this the first time I ever talked to you before?
As the conversation continues, the officer attempts to justify the stop by explaining that the missing front plate initially raised suspicion before the Louisiana registration became visible. The driver rejects that explanation, arguing the officer should have immediately ended the detention once the out-of-state plate was confirmed. Frustrated by what he views as an unnecessary delay, he repeatedly demands to be released and asks for the officer's names and badge numbers. Eventually, the officers disengage and allow him to continue. Moments later, attention shifts to another nearby traffic stop, where an independent citizen journalist respectfully positions himself in a public space while documenting police activity, carefully asserting his right to observe without interfering.
You never talked to me before?
No, sir, I don't think so.
All right, yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, we're just trying to keep it cool, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it, bro.
Do your thing, man. You don't have to do those tests, man.
What's that?
He doesn't have to. I'm just letting him know he doesn't have to do those tests.
Like, hey, I love you, bro, but like, I'm gonna do the tests anyway.
All right, man. Just letting you know you have rights, bro.
Hey, but no one has to not to do is interfering with the investigation.
That's not interfering, bro. Freedom of speech is part of the First Amendment. Part of freedom of speech is the First Amendment, bro.
Yeah, but see how we're trying to conduct this stuff right here?
You know what? I wish lawyers would actually come and do what I do. They like to get paid for their information, for knowledge of the law.
Yeah.
Did you let him know that he has rights?
That's what my partner's doing right now.
No, he's not. He's trying to get him to do the test.
You know that how?
How what?
What the conversation was going on.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly how these conversations go.
But like I said, I just asked you if you could just not.
But freedom of speech is not interfering, bro.
Okay,
You have to know that. That's the sad thing. All right, that's fine. But let me ask you this then.
Okay, go ahead.
What's the 5 fundamental freedoms of the First Amendment?
5 fundamentals.
This is part of your oath, bro. You swore an oath to this. You can state this. It's not an opinion. It's part of your job.
Slow it down. Sworn oath to what?
I've been doing this a long time, bro.
Okay.
All right, I've been doing this a long time.
If I can do me
Here
a
in
favor,
Bakersfield for about 7 years, I've been doing this a long
If you talk to
time.
him again, sir,
Are you gonna arrest me,
I don't want to arrest you. I'm trying to have you step back further, okay?
bro? It's freedom of speech.
The focus now turns to the interaction between the First Amendment auditor and another officer conducting a roadside investigation. While the officer asks a different driver to perform field sobriety tests, the auditor reminds the individual that participation is voluntary and that constitutional rights remain in effect during police encounters. The officer insists he is trying to maintain order and prevent interference, but the auditor argues that peacefully informing someone of their legal rights is protected speech under the First Amendment. Their exchange grows into a broader discussion about constitutional protections, public accountability, and whether law enforcement officers fully understand the rights they have sworn to defend.
I'm just asking, that's all it is, okay?
But you know what? I already asked him a question. He already said he's gonna do the test. He's happy to do the test. And look, man,
I'm just asking not to interfere anymore.
I'm not interfering, bro. I'm not interfering, man. But look, First Amendment
You can't tell
is
us not to talk to him.
real quick, bro. Real quick.
You can't tell us not to talk to
Both of you guys,
him.
okay?
That's part of the First Amendment.
I've been
That's part
nothing
of the
but
First
cool with you
Amendment.
guys.
Yeah, me too. I've been cool with you.
Give it its first name so I can call you by name.
I can't give you my name. I'm under policy not to give you my name.
Okay, what can I call you by? Are you okay with sir? Or
Absolutely, I like
sir?
that. Yeah.
You as sir as well? Or
Absolutely.
So
Okay,
real
sir,
quick.
like
The 5 fundamental freedoms part of your job, right? I'm guessing you don't know them because you won't state them.
well, I don't. What do you mean fundamental freedom? Sorry.
First, we have the freedoms. You have the amendments, right? It's in the Bill of Rights. It's in the Constitution. Did you not swear an oath to the Constitution? There's the First Amendment. Second Amendment is a right to bear arms, right?
So you're saying like
Second
freedom
Amendment,
of speech, freedom of press, all that stuff? That's what
press,
you get at?
religion. What else?
Okay. Well, the 3 of the main ones are freedom of speech, freedom of press, and freedom of religion, right?
Religion,
Those are the 3 that we
assembly,
really
and
stand by.
petition.
Okay. So
Five
like I said,
five fundamental freedoms, bro.
okay,
The First
but
Amendment.
Over here, you're talking to him while he's doing stuff, okay? That's all. Like I said, remember I said earlier 2 seconds ago? Hey, bro, as long as you can stay over here, don't buzz him. We're cool. We're trying to keep him cooperative.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. What if I'm talking to my live stream right now?
You weren't though. You're talking to him.
How do you know?
You yelled out to him, "Hey, bro, you have rights."
I could have been talking to my live stream right now. See, you can't be the arbiter of my free speech, bro. You cannot tell me what I can and cannot say. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to be a jerk to you.
I know that, bro. But the problem is you really don't know the rights that we the people have, bro.
The final moments evolve into a respectful but revealing constitutional debate. The auditor challenges the officer to identify the 5 freedoms guaranteed by the First Amendment, emphasizing that every officer takes an oath to uphold those protections. Although the officer recalls several rights, he struggles to name all 5, allowing the auditor to explain freedom of speech, religion, the press, peaceful assembly, and the right to petition the government. When the officer suggests the auditor's comments could distract an ongoing investigation, the auditor responds that officers cannot dictate protected speech simply because it is inconvenient. The encounter closes with an important reminder that constitutional rights remain active in public spaces and that peaceful expression, observation, and accountability are fundamental principles of a free society.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm glad you proved it. However, we're trying to conduct an investigation right now, and if you keep talking to him, I'm going to have you step back even further. I really don't want to do that. I'm trying to allow you to have your rights right here. However, if you keep talking,
Well,
to him,
I
I'm
already
going to have to ask you to go further.
Well,
okay?
I already
don't wanna do
did.
that.
I already did, bro.
No, you didn't.
I didn't what?
You don't allow us to have anything.
Okay, yeah, but I'm having to come over here and talk to you.
Yeah,
guys. You guys
that's
are
true,
talking
bro.
to
You
him.
don't allow my freedoms, bro. You know what I'm saying? You
I'm
don't
sorry
you don't
feel
allow
way.
that. You don't allow that.
No, I'm not talking to them because they weren't coming over here and talking. They understand the conflict, the dynamic, the respect, right? Clearly, you probably don't respect us, and I get it.
That's not true. That's not true, bro. That's not true,
okay.
man.
I get it, bro. Just
That's
don't be
not
talking to him, okay?
see now you're doing something you're not supposed to. You're opinionating and you're not supposed to do that.
No, I need you guys over here. I told you guys that. All right, go. Do it now. Go. I've asked you guys twice now. Stay back over there behind the line.
Hey, bro, we're keeping a respectful distance, man. You're welcome to put up some tape as well.
I don't mind you guys filming whatsoever. It does not bother me.
Yeah, you can't mind, bro. You can't mind. Even if you did mind, it doesn't really matter, bro. We're being a respectful distance, man. And I'm gonna let you guys do your job, man.
I think I'm good with you guys filming. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. Just don't get in the way to where I'm having to think about you so I can pay attention to him. That's my thing.
We're not trying to, man. Thanks.
The constitutional discussion continues as the officer attempts to balance public transparency with the demands of an active investigation. While acknowledging the auditor's right to record, the officer repeatedly asks him to move farther away if he continues speaking to the detained individual. The auditor immediately rejects the idea that officers grant constitutional freedoms, reminding them that those rights exist independently of police approval. He argues that public servants cannot dictate lawful speech simply because it complicates an investigation. Despite moments of tension, both sides ultimately agree to maintain a respectful distance, allowing the recording to continue while the officers focus on completing their duties.
Hey, try not to push your weight around so much, man. Try not to push your weight around so much on the people, man. Like, it's supposed to be a reasonable distance, bro. And we're not trying to be unreasonable when we go in there,
My biggest issue is that all we're trying to do is get compliancy. I understand drunk people get a little hectic, and I just don't want no one to get hurt. At the end of the day, we're just trying to make sure that, unfortunately, he makes a bad decision. That's why we're going to be going to where we're going. And luckily, no one got hurt from this decision.
And I don't agree with drunk driving either, man. I was actually narrating into my chat, telling the people, on New Year's Eve, this guy made $300 delivering beer for people, tips and everything. Yeah. And so I'm thanking the people of Bakersfield for ordering their beer, not going out and drinking and driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't encourage that kind of behavior, man.
Like I said, man, the only thing that we're trying to get is compliancy, because
that's the problem, though. You want the people to be too compliant. Yeah, you can't. Not everyone's compliant like that. And when people don't comply, you guys use brute force.
I did not believe that we used any brute force on this guy. All we're trying to do, man, is just talk to him.
Just saying.
Yeah, you're good. No, I understand that not everyone's going to agree with everything we do. It's just that's how life is. That's just being human.
The problem is, bro, is I've uncovered a pattern of cops not even knowing the rights of the people, and that I think that becomes dangerous for the people and also for you guys as well, man. Yeah. What if you overstep those boundaries and that guy's gonna fight you, bro?
Yeah.
He's gonna fight you for his rights. You know what I mean? And it makes it dangerous for the people.
Like I said, man, that's why I spoke to you earlier. All I asked was like, hey, man, just don't be bugging.
As the conversation becomes more cooperative, the discussion shifts from confrontation to public safety. The officer explains that his primary concern is preventing an intoxicated driver from making another dangerous decision and ensuring everyone involved remains safe. The auditor agrees that impaired driving is unacceptable, even sharing how he encourages alternatives such as delivery services instead of drinking and driving. However, he warns that excessive demands for unquestioning compliance can create unnecessary conflict. According to the auditor, officers who fail to understand constitutional boundaries risk escalating encounters that might otherwise end peacefully, placing both citizens and law enforcement in avoidable danger.
No issues here recording, like right here, like we're having a just normal conversation. There's no issues with it. Like I said, the only thing is that people that are intoxicated to a certain level tend to have mood swings. We don't know how they're acting, especially not everyone's most comfortable with the camera in their face. And I would just did not want him to do something that he's possibly going to regret.
To be fair, though, I have seen and I have been on many interactions with police officers where police officers escalate encounters, bro. They talk down to the people, piss them off. Even family members, bro. You know, at your house, you and your family members, you don't like nobody to talk down to you, right?
I can agree with that. There's some officers
that's why it's important for me to come out and record and ask questions and document, bro. This guy right here.
Can I help you? Can I help you? You alright? Why are you recording our stuff? Are you alright? Are you alright? The reason you're recording the cars?
Why you came up on me like that?
Because you're looking into our vehicles. That's
why
why.
you came up on me like that?
Because you're looking into our vehicles.
Why you so aggressive?
I'm not aggressive.
You are.
I'm asking you why you're looking into our vehicles.
Why you so aggressive?
You need to.
And you have to
report
be
our vehicles?
reminded to turn your body cam on?
No, my body cam is on.
What's your name and badge number?
Mandaro 18915.
And yours?
Altavano 26485.
And then here you.
Altavano 26485.
Why you so aggressive? It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Why are you
Looking into our
So what? Whose cars?
This is the police department's cars.
Who pays for them?
New City of New York.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can look.
The exchange remains calm until another officer approaches after noticing the auditor examining parked police vehicles. Questioning why he is looking inside patrol cars, the officer adopts a noticeably more confrontational tone. The auditor immediately challenges the officer's approach, asking why the interaction began so aggressively and requesting both officers' names and badge numbers. As the discussion unfolds, the auditor argues that police vehicles are publicly funded government property and therefore subject to public observation. He maintains that standing on a public sidewalk and recording anything visible from that location is entirely lawful under the protections of the First Amendment.
You cannot touch them.
Yes, I could. Fuck you, mean I can't touch them. Yes, I could.
You cannot.
Yes, I could.
No,
I pay for them, right?
You do not pay for them.
I don't pay for them. Who
No,
pays
you
for them then?
City of New York does.
Where am I
Police
at?
department.
Where am I at?
You
I don't pay for these cars with my tax dollars?
Not for that.
Yeah, you need to do your job. You need to learn your job better. I can touch these cars all I want, bro.
cannot.
Yeah, I can't break into them, but I can touch them.
You cannot touch them.
Yes, I could. Yes, I could. I could check on the wheels, make sure the wheels are good. I can look at them. I can do all that.
You need help?
Do you need help?
I don't need help. I'm asking if you need help.
I don't answer questions.
You need help?
I don't answer questions.
You need help?
You go back to work.
We'd love to go back to work. You're the one standing in front of our car.
Go ahead. I'm on the sidewalk.
What does that do not standing in front of our car? You're still standing in front of the
whatever I
car.
want. I'm on the sidewalk.
What does the sidewalk have to do with anything?
That means I can be on the sidewalk wherever I want.
Okay. You can't be filming the inside of the car, though.
Says who? Who said that?
Says who?
Yeah, who said I can't film inside the car?
It's the law.
Am I detained?
You are not.
You're not
So
detained.
what law is that?
I'm not saying you're detained.
So what law am I breaking?
You're not to be filming inside the car.
What law is that? What law is that? Some shit you just made up? What law is that? I'm in public. I'm on the sidewalk. That means whatever I can see from public, I can record. Right? You know that, right? You know the First Amendment, right?
The disagreement intensifies when an officer insists the auditor cannot look inside or touch police vehicles. The auditor firmly disputes those claims, explaining that while damaging or entering government property would be illegal, merely observing, filming, or lightly touching the exterior of publicly accessible vehicles is not prohibited by law. Repeatedly asking which specific statute he is violating, he receives no clear legal answer. The officers acknowledge that he is not being detained, yet continue questioning his actions. For the auditor, the encounter illustrates how unsupported legal assertions can quickly undermine public confidence in law enforcement.
What law is that? State the law. Just making shit up as you go along.
I'm sorry.
You always do that? You always do that? You always
not gonna play your game.
You always just make shit up as you go along?
I'm not making anything up. I'm just not gonna play your game.
You plant drugs on people?
Absolutely.
So why is he making up laws that don't exist?
He's not playing the game.
He said I can't film inside the car. So go back to work. I told you that. I'm not detained, so why are you still talking to me? I'm not detained. Why are you still talking to me?
You're not detained.
Exactly.
You can
so why are you still
free to
talking to me?
leave. Why are you still here?
If I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay.
Then why are you still here then?
If I'm free to
You don't
leave,
want to
I'm
talk
free
to
to
us,
stay.
right? So then why are you still here talking
I'm
to
filming
us?
the cars like I was doing before, peacefully, minding my business. You came up mad, aggressive, yo. Ran over here, your friend had suspicion is not a crime.
It is a crime.
Suspicion is a crime?
Suspicion of looking into vehicles is. We get calls for it all
What
the time.
crime is it? Is it a misdemeanor or a
Comes
felony?
over as a 1010 suspicious person looking into vehicles.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to look for government documents? Are you trying to
Whatever I can see from public, I can film.
Why are
if
you
you don't
still
want people to
talking
look
to us?
inside your car,
Why are you
put a
still
fucking
talking?
tent.
Why are you still talking?
Why y'all just make up laws like that? In crimes, you just make up crimes?
No, not at all.
You just said suspicion is a crime.
Suspicious person is a call that we get all the time.
Is it a crime?
It's not crime to be suspicious, no.
Exactly. That's what the
Do you
question
need
was.
help at all?
Is suspicion a crime? I told you I
Do
don't
you need
answer
help at all?
questions. The question was,
Taking any
is suspicion
any
a
type of
crime? Are you
medication?
high?
I'm not high at all.
Or are you just hard of hearing?
The conversation shifts into a broader debate about suspicion, criminal conduct, and constitutional policing. One officer attempts to justify the contact by referring to reports of suspicious individuals looking into vehicles, but the auditor repeatedly points out that suspicion alone is not a criminal offense. He emphasizes that recording anything plainly visible from a public place is protected activity and cannot be transformed into a crime simply because someone feels uncomfortable. As the officer struggles to distinguish between a suspicious person call and an actual violation of the law, the auditor argues that misunderstanding this distinction places citizens' constitutional rights at risk.
Drunk?
Absolutely not.
You sure?
100%.
Okay. Suspicions of crime, can't look inside vehicles. What's next? What else?
Do you need any type of
I
help?
don't answer questions. I told
Do
you that
need any
already.
type of medication, or do you take
Are
any
you
medication?
you need an
at all?
ambulance, sir?
Do you need? I'm asking you.
You
Do need
okay?
an ambulance? I'm asking you if you're okay.
You got ADD or
I
something?
do not have ADD. I'm asking you if
So
you're
you
okay.
can't, you don't listen well?
I listen fine.
I told you I don't answer questions.
Are you still talking to us?
So
though?
stop asking, stop asking me
I can ask
questions.
questions.
Have a good day.
In the final moments, the officers continue asking personal questions about the auditor's health and whether he needs medical assistance, while the auditor consistently refuses to answer, reminding them that he is under no legal obligation to respond. Reaffirming that he is neither detained nor accused of any crime, he ends the exchange by asserting his right to remain on the public sidewalk and continue recording government officials performing their public duties. The encounter concludes without enforcement action, leaving behind a powerful example of how constitutional knowledge, respectful persistence, and public accountability continue to shape modern interactions between citizens and law enforcement.